Hey, Hymn Revival Guy here with another hymn playthrough. This is I Must Tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot place burdens alone. In my distress, I will help me. He loves and cares for his own. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot bear burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus will help me. Jesus alone. Okay, let's talk through that arrangement just a little bit. And it feels a little silly to use the word arrangement here in some ways. This is a bunch of the things I like to do. The chords are easy. This is in the key of D, so you got a D chord, you got an A chord, which I'm gonna do that collapsed joint bar thing for. I'm often playing that D chord with just my two fingers, making sure to mute out my bottom string if I do so. So I've got some fingers available to play some melody notes. There's an E7, and I'm mostly playing, kind of this, E7 triad. Here, there is a B minor. I think that's it as far as the chords go. All chords that you and me, the solidly intermediate guitarists, know. What makes it arrangement is not just to play the chords. Could just play the chords, but I like to try to play as much of the melody as I can manage while still playing the chords. And what is the melody to this song? I must tell Jesus. It's a D, E, F sharp, and an A, which by the time I get to that A, I might want to be playing a D chord, and that fits in pretty well. So I just play the melody line. And this is quick enough that I don't really miss not hammering a chord on the first line. Playing this all downstrokes to kind of emphasize that melody note, make it nice and loud. Doing rest strokes, I'm picking through to the next string. So I must tell Jesus. By the time I get to Jesus, I can strum that chord. Jesus. Little rhythmic figure, make it a little fuller sound. Repeat the melody. All of my, and then it's to an A chord. Did I play the melody notes there as I went from an A to a D? Let's see. Trials. That's just an E note there on the D string to an open D, and sure enough, that's just in my chords. So, melody notes, the chords, nice easy cowboy chords there in my left hand. Do it again for the second line. This is exactly the same as the first line, except instead of going D, A, D, it's just D and an A. I cannot burdens alone. Line 3, same deal, but instead of D-A, it's D-A, B minor. In my distress, kindly will help me. And I'm going to do a B minor, and the next chord is an E7, and so if I can manage it, it's a little quick, but I'll do a B minor, drop the B minor root note down to an A, play my E7 triad. And here I've abandoned all attempts at chord melody, and I'm just gonna hammer on that nice dissonance, man. Ain't that nice? Switches back to a D. Loves and cares. There's an A7, two finger A7. Cares for his own. And I have been muting out my high E string this entire time. No high E, F sharp, note in that D chord. That'd be the normal way to do it. I save it for the chorus because I'd like to make the chorus different than the verse if I can. In this case, I sort of can't. I'm going to strum for a couple of lines, and then I'm going to play that same melody. And so the chorus sounds a little bit like the verse, and it helps if I keep these fuller sounding chords held back for the chorus. So I get here to the chorus, and I'm on a D, and I'm going to actually play for the first time that full on D. I'm going to strum the whole thing. I'm going to strum it with an A in the bass, strum it with an F sharp in the bass. So I can get a nice F sharp to G, and I play this, slightly alternate version of a G. So, I must have Jesus, no attempt at chord melody there, just hitting those big ringing chords. I cannot bear, back to a D. Ends on an A7 chord. I'm still just strumming that A7 chord, but I'm back to muting the E string and making it a little bit quieter because I'm going to go back to a single line, and it feels a little jarring if I strum really hard, on the A7, and then switch to the melody. So I think playing a slightly more restrained A7 here, then switching to the melody. Third line of the chorus is that melody again. I must tell Jesus, I must tell. It's an A7 and a B minor. Jesus can. So I did that B minor to a B minor with an A in the bass, to an E7 triad thingy here, to a D. Jesus can help me, Jesus is the Lord. And again, this last D and A7, I'm playing the entire chord, strumming all the way through, getting that E string. So the tonality of my guitar is a little bit, it's in the middle strings mostly on the verse, and it's got those high strings, a little more fuller sounds once I get to the chorus. It gives me a little differentiation, and I'm back to then the stripped out sound, and I go back into the second verse. Okay, there's not much to walk through. This is pretty much just strumming the chords. I said the chords as they went by. You can look up I got this out of a guitar fake book. It's in my hymnal, and you can figure out the chords real easily. You can also figure out these melodies real easily. The melodies are, as I like, on the bottom end of the chords, not chord melody, but it's kind of at the top. I never know how to, arranging up there, I can do fingerstyle, I can do with jazz chords, but I can't figure out how to do that really well rhythmically. Arranging at the bottom of the chords just comes natural for some reason to me. So that's kind of the style here. Left hand cowboy chords, fit the melody notes in where you can, especially at the beginning of lines, so the congregation kind of really has a strong sonic cue as to what the melody notes are. Try to make some differentiation between the verse and the chorus. And this is one that if you practice, you can get it up to speed, and it sounds good, even though it's not a chord melody. If I play it through like I was just strumming it, you can tell what song it is. You can hear the melody mostly, and your ear kind of fills in the rest. So try this out. It's a pretty easy hymn. Add it to your worship this next Sunday. Add this arrangement to your worship this next Sunday, and let me know how it goes in the comments. All right, see you out there.